welcome to Pokémon GO Podcast. That I came in on about 5 minutes before we hit go time, and it worked out. And that was not an accidental button hit right in the middle of our intro. 2 weeks in a row, Ken's Highs Fives has been here. Last week for his birthday, he asked for the song, so I gave him 2 seconds of it in the middle of the intro here. You're welcome, sir. I am the Rock God of Podcasting, Charles McFall. That giggling dude over there is Joseph. Embrace the underscore Ard. So there we go. Apparently there's some controversy going on. We've got a first time chat from Jay the Underdog coming in, starting some rufflings of the feathers with some boxes, which I think we're going to get to later on.
We
this
very
much
are. Very much.
I was very much right next to Pokemon Heaven today. Down in Covington, where all my stuff, I just drive through. Did not have the time to actually even turn on the gacha. So I just had to go, I know the Pokemon are here, but I can't grab them. I did get some things. So let's get into our experiences of the week.
Okay, so what did you do?
That's you. I'm looking mine up.
You had some experiences this week? That's awesome. It's amazing.
I did. Thank you. You know the experience I'd like for next week is I'm going to be in Orlando, and I'd love for somebody to hook me up with some Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party tickets, because they're all sold out. I didn't know I was going to Orlando until like 2 days ago, and so you can't get them.
So you're not going to be here next week to record?
I'm flying back Thursday, so I'm not sure what time I land. I think I'll be recording from the car. I do believe, Joe. Honestly, I think I'll put it on audio Discord. You'll put my face up there, and we'll go. I was supposed to be flying back Wednesday of next week. That changed a few hours ago. So, all that being said, for the Pokemon Go podcast, where we only talk about Pokemon Go, I need some Disney Halloween tickets, people. Hook me up. I'm not asking for free. I just can't get them. All right, Joe, what's your experience? I'm looking mine up right now.
All right, so this past week, it has been kind of hectic, I'm not gonna lie, but I did get into some Yveltal raids and just randomly caught a bunch of stuff, but the Yveltal wasn't that great of IVs, and I didn't raid like crazy for Yveltal, but I did not.
I did one with the world famous. I got a name drop. The world famous Paul of the Puck. I did one raid with him. I was very honored that he took time from his world famous stuff that he does and invited me. It was really awesome.
Well, there you go. We're big fans of Paul Puck.
That's huge fans.
Huge fans.
Wow, you went weird and then British. That was cool. I like it.
Well, I'm always weird, so I didn't go weird. I just stayed weird. Normal's overrated.
I did get a Shedinja. Did not want that.
From your box? You actually did your breakthrough box?
I once I realized I was not going to get it before. Now, I do have one of those cool whatever it was, Lazarus's or whatever it was in the last month's box. I do have one of those from before, but once I realized I'd missed a day just in the wrong spot, it was not going to get another one. I just kind of went, all right. I mean, Shed is fine. You're getting one right now. It's fine. It really is, especially if you've never had one. It's exciting. But for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the thing that was in last month's. That attracted me a lot more, and I was disappointed that I'd missed one or two missteps when I could have gotten another one.
Yeah. I'm blanking on what was in it last month, to be honest.
It's really cool because I want one of those. You're like, you better finish your steps. And like, I can't.
Yeah, it's been an interesting last few weeks, to be honest. My house has been in an interesting upheaval. So
I'm not doing this Evolve the EV challenge. You can forget that mess. They're not even giving good rewards for it. This is the dumbest. This is no. That's what it is. Just no.
Just
trade.
No.
I got no. None of that is worth trading for. None of that's worth trading for.
I haven't even looked at.
None of that's worth. I mean, it's a starter event, not starter Pokemon, but starter player events, which I get. My son would eat this up, right? He's just now level 20, 21, somewhere in there. He would evolve it to get these. It's the items that you need to evolve on the today stuff. Uh,
Mm.
um,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
For an upgrade in a metal
Hey, what
coat,
is that?
maybe
Yeah, see, mine starts with Evolving Stars EV Challenge. Why don't I have the
this
other
huge one.
stuff you have?
I don't know. It ends in
Well, I'm not gonna
55
do
days.
it.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
like,
not gonna do it, but why don't I have it?
I don't know.
Actually, 55 days of Battle League. How'd you get a Battle League challenge? And I didn't get a Battle League challenge.
I-
Niantic, you have split this team up one last time. I have done letting you show him the good stuff, and I just get the freaking Eevees. That I'm Joe. You better fix this with your Uncle Hanky, or I'm quitting the show. By the time we get to episode 600, you better have this solved.
Okay.
However, I did
By
see.
the time we get to 600, I'll have it solved.
I did see. I have a Pokemon you don't have. Because I saw on your list it's a shadow, and I'm not showing a shadow on mine.
Oh yeah, Huntail.
Yeah,
Man.
whatever that is. Look, if you like Pokemon, you're not gonna like me. If you like Pokemon Go and laughing, you're gonna love me. I don't remember any of this stuff. I'm looking at my experience. What we are digressing. What is your experience of the week, man?
I already said my experience.
Then why did you let me ramble? I was buying time and I got distracted. And you know, it's never a good thing if I get distracted on the show.
Oh, Charles.
Because I did get something cool and I don't remember what it was. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. I think you hatched these. I got another Arcan.
There you go. Yeah. Arcan's good.
I am gonna evolve it tonight. I'm gonna throw some rare candies on it because I've got a ton of those. Dupiter, which I love. I got a Marini. I did get a Marini.
There you go.
It showed up in the wild. Another Veltal from, again, the world famous ball puck. You know, you should be jealous that I know him and you don't. Well, you know him, Joe, but I'm talking about that. And then I evolved a Heliolisk from the Helioptile that I had. I think I hatched the Helioptile and went, yep, here's some rare candies. Grow up, buddy.
Grow on up.
There's your title, Mr. Timbering. Grow up, buddy. So yeah, that's been my experience. And for honestly, to me, that's actually a pretty fantastic experience for not really playing much this week. Lots of cool. For me, it's all about the new. Lots of cool stuff, and I am gonna evolve that Arcan right here. Let me see how many I got actually, because I don't think that was my first one. Yeah, I guess it is my first one. Because I don't think I would have traded them or not traded them, candied them, but you know me. I hate Pokemon. I don't know. You weren't finishing the line, so I don't know what to.
I do know you.
What about this? Stop name dropping, Joe. It's shameful. What about Discord? What do we got going on our events?
This is the Rock God of Podcasting, friend of the show.
I'm on the show, but I'm a friend of the show. I love it. Oh man, for those of you who don't know, that's such a great callback, Joe. Breaking the panel. I do actually know some people in this world that people are consider famous and whatever. And every time I'd mention it, everything became a friend of the show. So every person, whether we knew them or not, it became Denzel Washington, friend of the show. You know, everything was that. It was great. But what do we got in the Discord?
So we've got from Terry, a shiny.
I got a better name for him. Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry. Terry with a shiny bowler hat Curlia, as well as another shiny Yveltal. I think that's his third. Wow. He shared 2 last week and another one. And then another shiny bowler hat Curlia, as well as a shiny Murkrow. I mean, he's like, how dare Nolte keep the king of the shinies? How dare he keep that for so long? And then we've got Kittens and Knives, who is here live in the chat, with a shiny Furfrou.
That's all I get. So.
And then Terry with a third shiny Curlia.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot about this experience that I had this past week.
No,
it's Joe. So sad.
Articuno ran away with a date and everything. It's like a death date. Articuno ran away. CP 2759, 10-2-22 at 2:26 p.m.
That beautiful bird didn't want to stay. My mind had
That's a
blocked it.
Galarian one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. My mind had blocked the sad experience from my mind. Oh,
Well, apparently you wanted to relive that trauma.
yeah.
Oh, then Terry had to complain. At least you've seen one. I'm sorry, Terry. You're trying to take over as King of the Shinies, and you want to complain you haven't seen a Galarian Articuno? Come on, man.
Oh, man. And then we've got Kittens and Knives with a shiny Cyndaquil, a shiny Murkrow, another shiny Furfrou. And then we got Canned Beans. Finally back. The weather is cooling down in Arizona. I took the whole summer off because it's hard to play Pogo when it's 115 outside. Yes, it is. So Canned Beans coming in with 5 new shinies, with 2 bowler hat Curlias, an Absol, which it's the sunglasses Absol, and then a Stuffle and a Butterfree. And then we've got from WF Professor, who I haven't seen in the chat tonight. Maybe he won't be joining us. We'll see. But with a 100% Metatite, a shiny Glameow as well. And then Posty1 Kenobi showing up with not 1, not 2, but 9 shiny Yveltals.
I thought you were saying no for a second. Like, why are you saying no in German? I don't understand.
9! You
kept
9!
The
Oh, that's a lot of shiny Yveltals. And then Terry, we completed his 72nd Elite Collector Challenge. I don't even know how many I've completed, and I don't really want to look because I'm sure it's way less than Terry. And then Kittens and Knives showing off a new TCG pool with a full art lady. Like, the trainer card is literally called Lady. So for our podcast listeners who can't see it.
I'm sorry, Joe didn't call it a gal. It didn't trigger my warnings there.
And then a 100% Piloswine as well from Kittens and Knives. And then coming in not too long before the show, but a 100% Lopunny from Kittens and Knives as well. So good stuff all around in our Discord. And if you want to get in our Discord, which I saw somebody run the Discord command here in chat, you have to go to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, and any tier there will get you into our Discord. And we need to switch around that command because it still references the run, jump, stomp.
Yeah.
Which
is still full of great people who play video games.
It is.
We're just not there.
Yeah,
we actually never were there. He was reaching out. He's being helpful. We just don't have the time to manage multiple Discord communities and that.
If people pinged us, I would go in
all
and
right.
talk, but
look, Joe. Look, Kittens and Knives is getting all stabby on us right now. So, all right. Avi pulled the card. Are you happy now? Are you happy? I take this back. No more for you.
Oh, man. All right. Should we move on to our discussion from this past week? I haven't even checked to see if there were any comments. There was a comment here on the Reddit.
So it's the same as the week before. So Reddit is where you're going. I'm pulling up the Anchor right now to see what we had from 2 weeks on there. So what do you have on the Reddits?
All right. So the WF Professor. So let me remind you of the question first off. The question was, if you were a deity in Pokemon, what type of deity would you be? The WF Professor says, I just want my own Growlithe. So I guess he is now the Growlithe deity, the Master Arcanine, the WF Professor.
All right, WF Professor. Joe, before we read the ones on Anchor here, because they're great, what kind of followers we have? What are you the deity of? What was your answer?
Ooh. So I'm a big nerd. So clearly, I would be the patron deity of all the Pokemaniacs, which is a type of trainer in the main series games that are nerds. So neener.
Okay, well, there's that. I'll take it. I honestly forgot. 2 weeks ago, I had a really funny answer. I don't remember what it was because it's been 2
Rock
weeks.
types, duh.
Well,
You're
yeah,
the rock god of podcasting.
podcasting. But I think it's the Misfits. It is the Buzzwolves out there, and the one that is Loudred, the Loudreds, and then the Galarian Zigzagoons that look like they're from the Kiss Army. I mean, have you ever played? I almost told you the one Jack Black's in. It's a metal game. Crap.
The one Jack Black is in. Are you talking about the new Mario movie?
No. This is a game.
Its trailer dropped today. Good stuff.
Oh, I've not seen that. I'll have to watch that trailer. But no, it's a game. I can't. Man, I can see the cover. Full throttle, where the whole thing is all about metal music, but it's set in a fantasy land, so music's power. And Jack Black is meeting people like Ozzy Osbourne and people, and he's getting more powerful when he fights the people. But you're building an army of worshipers, which really are just headbangers who go around headbanging. That's the kind of deity I'd be in the Pokemon game. Is my followers would be those outcasts, those Zerkatrees, and that kind of thing. That most people look at and go, "Oh my goodness!" And but you know who the demon? Take me to church. My brothers and sisters at the Church of the Podcast. Nope. The Church of the Pokemon. That demon Eevee is only the follower of that demon Fillery. And no more Eevees. Eevees need to go. Eevees need to go away. Now, you may have heard, I saw this and sent it to Joe. You may have seen some TikToks where they say, we are seeing into the demon realms through the AR, and we're bringing demons to life. That is not true. The only demon is Eevee. It is a demon by all definitions of this church, but it is no worse than that demon Fillery. So, any Eevee you can candy is a good Eevee. Other than that, let it go. Take me to
church. Oh, the demon Eevees.
So, all right, on Spotify, if you listen to this podcast on Spotify, that is a great place. It's not sponsored by Spotify. God, I wish it was. That'd be awesome. But what they do offer on Spotify is the ability to answer the question right there in the app, and we can read it on the show. So again, he said, if you were DT in Pokemon, what kind would you be? Devakate says hippie Eevee, because, oh Lord, those hippie Eevees are so cute. Can I get an amen? No. My fingers hovering over the church button. No, sir, you cannot get an amen. Well, wait, I don't have the full one yet, but
we got an amen in chat, Mr. Tambourine.
Here you go, Devakate.
No, sir, I don't like it.
There you go. Don't you just want to squeeze? No, I do not want to squeeze your cheeks unless they're PG-13. However,
you're talking about the electric sacs on Pikachu's cheeks, right? That's what you're talking about. That's what you.
Is that what those are? Those are just rosy cheeks. In
the anime, they talk about how they store electricity in their electric sacs on their cheeks.
So he's a teenager. He's just pimple Pokemon. I don't understand. I want to finish this. Devakate says, however, Buzzwole, the Pokemon god, has a ring to it. Really does.
If I go into my tags here and I search my tags, I can search for demons in my tags, and I don't use my tags much, so I have no idea where they are. So, but let's see if I just type in demons. Does it show it? No. But if I did know where the tags were, oh man. Someone in chat save my poor soul. Where are the tags?
It's too late. We're moving on.
Oh, so my soul is doomed.
Doomed
forever.
One of our favorite commenters on Spotify, says, God, final answer. It's like, well, okay, that's a little on the nose, but I'll take it. So B is going to be God in Pokemon. So does that make him Arceus, or is he Allah or is he Yahweh or is he Ash? I really think Ash, who does not age over 30 freaking years, Ash doesn't age one day. I think he's Loki, but that's
Ash is Loki.
neither here nor there. So we're gonna jump out here, take a quick break, and we'll be right back with all the headlines and the awesome sauce. All right, save. I think these are all gonna be basically the same. Oh no, they're not. Cool. Why am I hearing myself back?
I don't know. Why are you hearing
Stupid
yourself
Twitch. Because you ran an ad break and it unmuted itself.
back?
That's why.
Oh, you love Twitch.
It's so weird sometimes. Make sure we didn't miss any actual emails. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, we keep getting invited to add our podcast to Amazon Music. And that's the only time I ever hear about Amazon Music and or podcasts. So I don't think there's a huge market for us there. But I'm not gonna diss it. It's fine. Come on, man. Where is all right, I'm gonna bring us back in, then we'll start loading in these new sound clips that was sent to me. All right. Where's the marker? Here we go. Pirates! Welcome back to Pokemon GO Pirate Edition as we sail the seas of this game with Joe_Ard
Ard.
and the gentlest pirate of all, the rock god of podcasting. So
That was so mellow.
I know, right? If Kittens and Knives behaves himself, maybe I'll play some of the pirate song later. We'll see. So not for Mr. Tambourine though. They like Eevees. All right, Joe. Let's see. We've got some headlines. I do have some
real
new
quick before we
sound
jump into headlines. I have
bites
one thing.
in- Go on.
So, I did a Google search. You can't even search by tag. What? I mean, I haven't been using them, so, whatever. But why can't we search by tag, Niantic? Why? That's dumb.
That's the wrong button too.
Well, sir,
No, sir.
I don't like it.
Is that the one from Devo site?
That is one from Devakate. Devakate got me 4 different. I don't like it, but one's actually I do like it. But yeah, there's 4 different versions of Mr. Horse saying the phrase, and I appreciate the effort that was put in there.
That's
So you can't search by
awesome.
tags. That's cool.
That is
All right,
dumb.
I'm assuming these are in the order you want to go in. So
Yes,
we're
it
going to
is.
start off on literally the wrong foot here. Pokemon Go player sues police for $1 million after profiling and tasing him. I love how the picture, the headline picture is a cop car. That's LA. It looks like an LAPD cop car, or it's a TV one because it just says LA06 cop. I don't think their tags have cop on it. But then it shows like a Snorlax laying dead in the street on the phone. It's napping, but it looks like somebody shot him in the street. It's so horrible.
Yeah, and this comes to us from Civilian on Base.
Oh, well, thank you, Civilian on Base, for finally contributing something. No, seriously, thank you for the headline.
Yeah,
Reddit. Right, came through Reddit, reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go podcast.
Yep. Yeah, so
Awesome.
Civilian posted it first in our Discord, and I said, hey, you should toss that on the
Oh,
Reddit.
yeah. Okay. Yep.
So-
Saw that.
So he tossed it on the Reddit. But yeah, so I actually read through this entire article when he first sent it, and there's a few things that stick out to me. So just to give a brief rundown of what happened. You okay there? You're making some funny noises.
Not making funny faces. They can't hear my face.
Well, yeah.
I'm eating ice. It's
Your-
not funny.
Your face is pretty loud.
No, face is up. The line in the second paragraph. Well, it's not even a paragraph. The way this thing's written, the line here. I'm gonna let you set it up, but the person not knowing, this is the quote, not knowing that he was actually a plain clothes U.S. Park police officer. Where is that a phrase ever? I mean, one, park rangers should be chasing Yogi Bear. Number two, why do we have plainclothes park officers? What is this stupidity? All right. I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. So where was this actually? So it's Battery Kemble Park, but
I'll look it up while you're reading.
Where is that actually located? Okay, so you're gonna take a look at that, and we will get to that. So the gentleman,
Northwest Washington D.C., of course.
Okay, so Washington D.C. So the article nowhere in here says what time of day it is, but I'm imagining it's late at night. That's what I've always imagined, but just to clarify, it does not actually say what time of day it is. What time of day it is. So the gentleman, Jonathan McKinney, he is a person of color, and that's relevant because they're suing for race for profiling.
Basically racial profiling.
Yeah. And so person of color walking in the park playing Pokemon Go. He is approached by a man who, like you said, is a plainclothes U.S. Park police officer, and they try to talk to him. Now he doesn't say what the person said or anything like that. So we're only getting this from statements from his attorney. So all of this is references from the attorney of what happened. He's
a professional dog walker. Found that out.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that in the article. Did you see it somewhere else?
I found another article. I'm trying to figure out the time of day.
Oh, okay. So he's walking through the park playing Pokemon Go. Gentleman tries to talk to him. I assume he ignores him. He says he refused to talk with the man, and then just keeps walking. And then it says after he exited the park, he was swarmed by police officers without warning, and quote unquote in the heat of the moment ran away. Which, is possible. He may have not been thinking and just he gets swarmed by people and ran.
According to this other article, apparently this is not the first time the DC Park Police have had incidents with violence and people of color.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, pretty much every police station has had incidences. So, that's like saying water is wet.
Yeah.
And so he ran. They chased him. When he didn't stop, they tased him with 3 different tasers and arrested him. And then what the lawyer is claiming is that the person was only confronted because they were a person of color. There's no information here that seems to indicate that that's the reason. It may have been, it may have not been. It's not for us to say.
Well, and even in this other article, there's no indication of why they would have approached him at all. I mean, and these are not great articles, to be honest.
No,
let's be real. There's not a whole lot of great articles in this world anymore anyway.
Yeah, well, there's a distinct lack of information. It's only one-sided, and apparently they did try to reach out to the U.S. Park Police, but they said they're not going to comment on an ongoing case and that they will be making information about the incident public as soon as they are able to. So just a general PR. We're not going to talk about it now, maybe later type of thing.
And see, this is honestly, I come from a public safety background. There's human beings in every service everywhere, and human beings make bad decisions and things happen. We're not taking sides. We don't know if it's the Pokemon player at fault or if it's the police or anywhere in between. But what I do hate coming from a background of public safety is the curtain of secrecy that always hits on these things. You have body cams, and if you don't, why not? It's 20 freaking 22, Every officer should have a body cam everywhere, and you release it. Body cams should be just as protective for the police as it is condemning. Either way, right? And we should be able to show the time of day. You should be able to show how the interaction went. You should be able to show all kind of stuff. But it's a bad. No matter how this plays out, it's not a good thing. But yeah, I'm not finding any accounts of what time of day it was at all.
Yeah, but they're suing for $1 million. The only advice I would give is if you are confronted by the police while playing Pokemon Go, which is that story in and of itself is a dime a dozen.
Right, and we don't even know that they identified themselves or didn't identify themselves.
Yeah, the first person was
police,
plain clothes. We don't know if they had, like you said, we don't know if they had identified themselves. But I would assume when he was swarmed by police officers that they were uniformed, is what I would assume. And so, yeah. But in general, if you are approached by police officers, just be calm, react calmly, and talk to them. If they might handle it well, they might handle it not. But in my opinion, the key is to remain calm. Because you don't want a power tripping police officer on your back in general. So,
yeah. And I mean, that is where social media has come in to show the both sides of the stories a lot of times. And yeah, there are some power tripping people out there, not even police officers, people without actual power, people without badges. You know, there's always be situationally aware of where you are and what's going on. All right. So there's no real transition out of that story to this one. Well, you don't like the 5-0? Well, how about you like 5 free Unova stones coming from... Man, I could have done it if you hadn't laughed. I could have killed that transition if you hadn't lost it, Joe. Let me do it. I can do it. So you don't like the... So you don't like the 5-0? How about 5 Unova? 5 free Unova stones coming from Litwick Community Day. Oh my God.
Did you say 5? Oh my.
So they're pushing these Sinnoh stones, Unova stones, and all the items to evolve people. What's going on here?
There's a reason for that. It's because Litwick Community Day. So this is timed research for Litwick Community Day, which again is this weekend, right? Right? Yes, the 8th. Let me just double check that. No, the 15th. It's next weekend. So Litwick Community Day is the 15th, and Litwick's middle evolution, Lampent, requires a Unova stone to evolve. So that's why they're giving out 5 free, well, not free per se, because it's part of the timed research, but that's why they're giving out 5 Unova stones. So
I gotcha.
Makes sense.
Sure, it just seems to be a weird push on these. I mean, I know we've been playing for a while, and I know new players do need to have events that help them out. It just kind of came out of nowhere. It's almost like an antique. Say, wait, who do we need to use these? I evolved. Oh, you know what? It may have been that one I talked about earlier that I already lost the name, but I evolved that one. It did, and also went, oh, do you want to use this item? I'm like, oh, okay. I haven't evolved something that needed an item in a while. Sure, use the item. I trash the items because not fully. I keep a couple around just in case. But it just struck me as a little weird. Is all. I didn't see it coming.
Now I'm curious to see how many I've got just sitting in my bag. I have 21 Unova stones sitting in my bag right now.
Yeah, well, you're about to have 24. You're gonna
26.
miss some.
Oh, because I'm gonna miss some.
You're gonna miss some, or you're gonna use them. Yeah.
You're just like, no, I have no faith in you. You're not gonna get.
No, I don't. I mean, 2 of those are gonna come from taking pictures with your buddy, so we know you're not gonna get those 2. So,
all right, that's fair.
The Festival of Light. I need to have the American Idol theme song on my button. Says Festival of Lights, because that's exactly what I think every time I see this logo is American Idol. So we're getting some. Well, that's a cool little glowing mushroom head that we're getting there.
It's a cool morsel.
So what's more research is showing that some Pokemon will glow at nighttime during this event. Well, that would be kind of cool. We're gonna get more lull. I could do with less lull, but sure. But that's an illuminating Pokemon. All right, so we're getting more lull, and Joe, we have to be very, very enunciative and slow by saying this next name.
Shiinotic.
You towed that line really hard there, buddy. That is very good.
I honestly don't know what you're getting at.
I'll explain it to you later after the show, buddy.
Thanks, okay. Dad.
You're welcome. Now go out there and do your best, buddy. All right. So yeah, more law is going to show up. We got Helioptile. So apparently Helioptile needed something to evolve it. So sure, I have them. Why not? Definitely looking forward to Litwick, and of course Community Day coming with Litwick. The Togedemaru is around.
Togedemaru.
And Galarian Ponyta is there.
Oh yeah. Cotton Candy, My Little Pony.
Both Darumakas are out, so everybody's going to have, if you use incense, that is, they'll show up more. And they can be shiny, which I don't think I have any shiny Darumakas yet. Dundee is coming. Asuin Braviary. I like that they're bringing all these different birds out. That's really cool. And Braviary can be shiny as well. I know it's been out for me.
Yeah, I've got 2 shiny ones. Thanks to
you got a shiny Hisuian. Do you have a shiny Hisuian?
Yes,
Braviary?
Thanks to Thunder Muffin.
See, I don't have a mute button for you. I don't like that anymore. Research tasks will get you a number of shinies, and then more.
Well, we'll get you Pokemon. Shiny. Doesn't necessarily give you a number of shinies, a number of possibilities of shinies.
0 is a number. Look it up. It's okay. You got to spin this.
You're not wrong.
If we're ever going to get bought out by Niantic, we got to be nicer to them. Come on.
Good luck, Niantic.
Do you want this?
You can't afford us.
Well, that is actually true. They'd have to spend a Disney amount of money on us to get us to stop saying.
That's right.
Do you want the sparkler pose?
No.
No, I mean it's
fine.
all right. It's like those boomerangs that came out on Instagram a while back. It's just like 3 seconds of back and forth. Why do we care? Why I don't get it, but you know what? There you go.
Well, clearly
you got it.
We need Rapunzel hair to go with the flying lanterns.
Now that would be fun.
Niantic can't put well, I would assume, I don't know what their agreements are, but I would assume they can't put other games or other IPs characters in.
No, I'm sure.
But I wonder if they could put clothing with other IPs on it, because I know they've had sponsors before and had sponsored clothing. So now I'm just wondering if they could put avatar items for a collaboration event.
Look, Disney parks are struggling, and if they really want to get more people in the parks or more eyes on Disney, I'm gonna help Disney out. They need my help as a rock god. I'm gonna give them some help. Buy Pokemon and add it to your park, and you'll be okay. You'll be just fine.
Now I'm imagining Rattata in a Mickey Mouse costume, or Pikachu in a Mickey Mouse costume.
They would do it. They would do it in a heartbeat, and 1 million people would buy that at like $40 each. They would.
And then Build-A-Bear would have it, and
yep. So okay, so for first time chatter, Jay the Underdog, brace yourself. We're about to tackle your controversy here.
Oh,
new boxes. In honor of the Mario movie dropping. Here you go. New boxes.
Yeah, so we got ourselves 3 new boxes.
What's in the box, man?
The box. I'm just
It's the head of an Eevee. It's the head of an Eevee. You haven't seen the movie, but those who have, you're laughing with me. All right.
So these boxes are not even the boxes that I have. The ones that, and this was posted just a few days ago. So I don't even know what's going on here. So this is what we have as our source is
that's
showing.
what I have showing right now is those boxes.
You're showing the boxes that are in the source.
Yeah, I got a trainee box, standard box, or standard raid box, Voyager box. Yeah, I'm seeing them.
Oh, I don't even. I don't have those boxes.
But somehow I got on that server.
No, you've got my boxes. You don't have the boxes.
Oh, I thought you were showing the new boxes. No, I have the same boxes you're showing. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Yeah, so in the source that we have here, these were new boxes as of a few days ago, but apparently they've already been overwritten. And these boxes sucked. So I guess we don't need to necessarily talk about
it's an ultra box, a great
bad.
box, and a training box.
Yeah. And they were bad. Let's see if these new boxes are any. Nope, that stinks.
One egg. Well,
nope,
okay,
that
people
stinks.
can't see what you're looking at, Joe. It's a freaking podcast.
It's
man.
true. So the trainee box is a King's Rock, a Unova Stone, and a Dragon Scale, just one of each, and 10 pinups for almost 500 Pokecoins.
Okay, what the training with a G box was for 299 coins, one egg incubator, 10 Pokeballs, regular Pokeballs, and 3 remote raid passes. So also not good.
Yeah, because I mean that is basically the cost of the 3 remote raid passes, which means the fluff in there is the Pokeball and the egg incubator. Not good. All right, so then what else I have live is a standard raid box, which comes with 3 premium battle passes, 1 egg incubator, and 3 remote raid passes for 525 coins.
Now, if that was around 300 coins, maybe.
These coins are weird, and I wonder if, because like 499 and then 525, like those are kind of weird variables, and I wonder if it has to do with Apple, because Apple is forcing all of the apps to restructure their pay scales. I don't know if you had heard about that, but they sent out a thing to basically any apps that have microtransactions saying that they were changing up the pay categories that they could use. So that might be part of why these are kind of weird.
Maybe they get very expensive very fast.
Yeah. And then the Voyager box for 1,200 is horrible. 2 premium battle passes, 4 super incubators, 1 star piece, and 5 regular incubators. That is these boxes are pathetic.
Okay. Yes. But that secret squirrel project thing I sent you this weekend that we're going to buy for each other or buy for ourselves to wear, those colors are great. That color pattern would be great on that secret squirrel project. I'll just say it.
Oh,
but go on.
And then they've got a great raid pass for 1375. And it's 12 premium battle passes, 3 remote raids, 10 silver pinups, and 2 lucky eggs.
What does the silver pinup have to do with? Well, I guess trying to catch the thing from the raid, maybe.
And then we've got the Journeyer box, 10 super incubators, 6 regular incubators, 2 incense, and 2 poffins. Utter trash. And then we've got the Ultra Raid box. And they're like, oh, if we just add crazy adjectives to make them sound good, maybe people will be deceived. So for 2,200 Pokecoins, you get 20 battle raid passes, 10 star pieces, 10 max revives, and 3 remote raid passes. That is garbage.
So 2,200 coins is essentially the equivalent of $20, give or take, $20 US. It's a little less than that. It comes in a little less than that, but that is a lot of freaking money.
Like $18 for that's pathetic. Pathetic. Niantic, you suck. I mean, because the if you bought them individually, the 20 raid passes would cost you 2,000 coins. And I mean, max revives, that's just fluff. I don't even count that. So then the star pieces and the remote, and this is the big one, the ultra raid box. So then the remote raid passes is 300, and then the other thing in there was the star pieces, which are 100 a piece. So, yeah, that's trash. It's trash, trashity trash.
Well, I guess Joe just summed up this next headline, which is an in-depth look into box deals in the shop and why you should stop buying them. They're trash. Next headline.
Yeah. So I'm gonna link it here. But yes, they are trash. Now this is from a few days back. So this is boxes before boxes, but yes, they were trash. And they're still trash. And Niantic is just putting more trash, throwing more trash at us. Trash. They have evolved into Garbodor.
I need to record a 7. Yep. Trash. Trash.
Yeah.
So, little side note, as I do in the middle of the show usually, if you met my wife, you know little things make me happy. And if you look at your nearby list, Phil's laughing his butt off on that one, I tell you. But if you look at your nearby list, the little thing there is there's actually a medium, a high, and a low position in it. So right now I have a Dust Skull that's in the medium position. I have a Swinub that's obviously in the lower, and it looks lower. It's obviously almost on the bottom of that nearby box. Then I have a Haunter that is high, and he's floating. His ears or spikes break the box. Like they don't break it like a big thing, but he obviously goes outside of the nearby box because he's floating up and he's big. I was like, that's a cool little thing just to have the different positioning, and he's floating. And so he's bigger and he's sticking out. I like it. It's just cool. That's all. Carry on, sir. So did you want to actually talk about that link, or you just say it's trash and we'll move?
Trash. We're going to move on to the next one. The proof Niantic's marketing, sales, and strategy isn't working. This comes to us from Character Sprinkles 9 on the Sylph Road, and they have both a write-up and a website that they've posted along with the write-up talking about Niantic's annual mobile revenue generated basically for the life of the game. So for the past 7 years, okay? And if you look at it and extrapolate, basically guessing what the next couple of months are going to be like, this is Niantic's worst earning year since 2018.
Now, let's be more specific about that. Are they only earning $1 billion with a B instead of $2 billion? And that makes it the worst year?
So,
or what's the actual numbers?
The expected revenue, according to Character Sprinkles 9, basically extrapolating up, is that they will make roughly $661 million this year.
What was their height? Do we remember? It was close to $1 billion at one point.
Yeah, just shy of $1 billion, at least according to the website statista.com that they linked here. In 2020, it was 926, almost 927 million was their revenue generated. And then last year, it was 909 million. So, yeah, not good. And one thing to note, if you are looking at these statistics, and one thing that Character Sprinkles 9 also mentions, 2016 and 2017 also didn't have raids. So they didn't have the income from raid passes either. So there's that. And then 2020, I mean...
Well, apparently that doesn't matter because they don't have the income from them this year either.
But no, 2020 had a big boost in the remote raids, and so that's really, I think, what set 2020 apart. But it seems pretty clear to me that the community is voting with their wallet, and they are not happy with what Niantic has been doing lately.
Good. I mean, if you're not happy, that's how you should vote, is with your wallet.
Yes. Yep. And that goes for basically every consumer item in general. If you're not happy with it, vote with your wallet. There's no, like, I'm going to go on a soapbox just for a millisecond. There's no need to go out of your way to try to cancel somebody. Just vote with your wallet and move on. That's it.
There you go. Well said, sir.
So anyway, yeah, I think that's all we need to say on this topic, to be honest. The people aren't happy, and it shows.
There's some joking there, I'm sure. But Joe, have you ever had that not so shiny feeling?
That not so shiny feeling? Yes.
You gotta use that term.
all the time.
Have you ever had that not so shiny feeling? If you grew up in the 80s, you understand what I'm referencing here. This is from user Palapadude. That's a great name. I could say it. Palapadude on Reddit. Just got my 300th win this season in GBL. Great Battle League. Still no legendary encounters. Just throwing this stat out there for those wondering about the chances of an encounter. It's very rare.
Yep. So, in order
Holy crap. I'm sorry. I scrolled down a little bit. Derp Stars. Great name, too. I've had one encounter in around 380, and it was a Kartana. But the one is the holy crap part is the 1 in 380 was a stat they could throw out there. That's crazy.
Yep. So, yeah. And one thing also to note is that you have to win 3 out of 5 games to even get a chance to encounter a legendary. But most of the time you're going to get something trash like Wingull or Metatite. So, yeah. Like I've said, I know I mentioned it either last week or the week before, but or maybe it was in Discord. But anyway, one of the big issues that I have with PvP in general is there's not really much of an incentive to actually do it. Like, even if I wanted to, they don't offer good prizes at all. And so it's a time sink that I frankly just don't care about. Like, if the prizes were good, I'd do it even if I didn't care about it. But the prizes suck. So
I get you. And before we hit this next one, much like sucking, I screwed up, man. I sent Tugus Rose a gift, and it reminded her the show is here. Now she's here. Now we got to behave ourselves. We were having fun, wrecking things and being salty. Now we got to behave. No.
How dare you?
Sorry.
You summoned.
I did. I summoned the rose. Yes, that's our next T-shirt. Somebody draw that up for us. We'll make it a T-shirt. We summoned the rose. All right. Speaking of next, we got some new team leader models from some Pokemoners.
So one thing I'm gonna have you do on this one, make sure you go to the comments. Well, you don't need to, I guess, but on the comments section of the actual post on our subreddit, they have fixed these. There was an update where they really screwed up the models on this. Yeah, I can see
you have desecrated the great Team Valor with this alien giraffe BS that you're selling. What is wrong with the hands? What is wrong with those hands? You made me go full Buzzwole on this. What is this? What?
Never go full Buzzwole.
Never. Oh my god. Okay, this is where mining can be a bad thing, because this never kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire. Oh man. So for our podcast listeners,
Oh my god.
This is from Pokemon.
If you've never gone to our show notes and clicked on the link, you need to go to our show notes and click on this. You got to see this. It's crazy.
Oh man. So yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna bring it up here right now, and and we're gonna show how awesome this is for our listeners here. So you can either go to our show notes, or you can come on over to youtube.com/Pokemon GO Podcast.
Actually, I'm going to try to see if I can
and
retweet
catch the
it.
VOD. You're going to retweet it. There you go.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to retweet it.
All right, let's see. Whereabouts
I gotta get the right
this? There it is.
account.
Boom. The new team leader models. And we're just going to hit continue there and click on the Twitters. Yes. So, again, for our podcast listeners, these are some seriously messed up models that were temporarily in the game. I mean, Spark looks like all the life has been drained out of him. And then we've got Candela. Candela, I think, looks the most normal out of the three, but still, like you said, what is up with that neck? She is a giraffe. And then Blanche. Did you look at Blanche?
Can't unsee what you're seeing.
She looks like a starved rabbit or something. It's just so bad. It's so bad. So bad. But yeah, they did fix this. So it's not in the game anymore. But oh man. So if I click on the appraisal, you can at least see Blanche, her fixed form. Her fixed form still looks dumb. I don't care for the outfit changes, to be honest, in general. So
Yeah.
Tugus Rose is just why
Right?
oh Niantic. Oh, it's so bad.
Apparently, I'm not going to retweet it because
So bad.
my password's not saved appropriately for.
Here, I'll
account.
retweet it to mine. You can
Yeah, there you go.
go to twitter.com/Joseph_Ard. Oh man.
All right, so we've got a new. It's getting it's getting ridiculous.
We'll
in
skip
the names.
this.
Scarlet Violet.
Well, Scarlet Violet are the new games, and it's Farigiraf.
You can't unsee this stuff.
It's a new Pokemon.
What is, I wish I'd not clicked that button.
The Y continues. The Y continue. So apparently, in the new games, Girafarig is gonna get an evolution, and its tail eclipses its head in the evolution.
I understand October is the month for Halloween and scary monstrosities. Why? Just why? Just
now this isn't on Niantic. This is the Pokemon Go or the Pokemon Company, but
yeah, that's not even Pokemon Go. That's
oh man.
I can't. That one image alone will haunt me
so
for the rest of my days.
For our podcast listeners, either hop on and click on it or do a search for Farigiraf, I think is probably how it's.
Yes.
It's Farigiraf. Farigiraf. Oh man.
No.
But
all right.
I decided we needed to end on a somewhat high note for our dragon lovers out there.
If we were on a high note, we would not be this upset with this monstrosities.
So the sad part is that this is what I consider a high note these days.
This is a good one. This is decent for a classic community day.
Yes,
it is. It's a good one.
When I first saw it, I missed the word classic, and I was like,
"Yeah, you thought it was." Yeah,
are you kidding me? But no, they're bringing back Dratini for a Community Day Classic in November, Saturday, November 5th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. It's the same Community Day move, Draco Meteor, and yeah, it's a good move for Dragonite. So go out there, get it done. I do like that. I do like that they're doing the Community Day Classics for those that missed them early on.
And this is a good one. This is a good one for that.
But for those of us that have been playing since day one, this is like, I could miss it and not care, type of thing. So that's
that's fair. Here's what I like about it. One, it is a good Pokemon, even though for us it's been around for a while. It's a really good Pokemon to have, really good Pokemon to build up. The second thing I like about it is they're bringing back the Draco Meteor to make it easier for you to get your hands on it. So that, to me, that's always a good thing as well. So if you don't have it or just want more of it, I think it's a great community day. But for the long-term players like Joe and myself, if we get it, if we get some shiny, if I get some shinies out, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. If I forget to play, I'm not going to cry about it. It'd be all right. we are not the only voices that you get to hear on the show. We have this awesome thing called a speak pipe. And we'd like for you to go to Pokemon GO Podcast.com on the right-hand side of the screen, click the button like these two young whippersnappers have done. And I think this is the one that's self-proclaimed co-host. Let's
That's
know,
quite the sigh.
I mean, you're coming in hot. You're coming in hot with that kind of title for yourself.
Because
Let's
Charles
see.
knows which co-host would be gone, would be replaced first.
Ibbit. Oh!
A couple of weeks ago, some comment was made about eggs and hatching being regional. And I know in 2019, I think they were still doing regional eggs because I got 5 Mr. Mimes. I think 3 from Japan, 1 from Russia, and 1 from Germany. And then I have one other Mr. Mime that I got in a raid, and it shows 2020, or it's 2021, Leesburg, Virginia. So I guess there was a limited Mr. Mime appearance in the North American hemisphere. Anyway, it looks, I believe in 2020 they stopped doing the regional egg thing, which kind of, when I saw that, it kind of sucked. I thought it was kind of cool to be able to get those special eggs from, your friends from around the world. But yeah, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. So if I remember,
Wait. Hold on.
No, sir, I didn't like it.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, I could be misremembering, but there were events where you could get regionals in eggs, which is true. But the idea behind it last week was that if you have a friend in Japan and you were sent a gift, you could open the gift and get an egg that could potentially be, say, Farfetch'd, because that's in Japan. Or if you opened a gift from someone in Africa, it could be I'm blanking on the hieroglyphic one, or Atropius or something. And so that was the idea, was that the egg could have the regional of wherever the gift is coming from. But yeah. I definitely need a lot more friends from New Zealand and Africa, and I think that's mostly where my regionals I still need are from. But yep.
All right, trophy wife. That last one was Devakate. This one's from Divasite.
Hey Joe, you were talking about turn base. In Pokemon Go, there is one turn base feature, and that is the opening move. And that is simply determined by whoever has the highest attack stats on their Pokemon. And this isn't just the 0 through 15. This is the actual calculated based on your Pokemon's base stats, CP, all that stuff. And it's quadratic equation and blah blah blah. I used to actually do the calculation to see which Pokemon was best for PvP. Now I've got things like Pokegenie and these other things that are pretty handy. Save me a lot of effort, but I'm not beyond running the numbers through and verifying a few things when I'm feeling especially vested in PvP, which doesn't seem to be recently very much since I don't have much time. But yep, one turn, man, opening turn, and it's hard to really determine that stuff. But are you really like give you an edge? So,
Well, sir, I don't like it.
I keep hitting that button because
You're just
Devo
like,
should cut him.
You're just like, I don't like PvP at all. Can't we all?
I don't
just
know.
Get
Do I
along?
like anything, Joe? I don't know. I'm not Mikey.
Yeah, you like that.
No, I am Mikey. I like Life Cereal, and that's about it.
Life cereal, and that's it. Okay.
You saw me check my watch a minute ago, Joe. What time is it?
It is time for random trivia.
Siri says it's 9:05 p.m. because apparently I triggered her with that.
And this week I'm going to talk about Morlul and its evolution Shiinotic, which you're going to explain to me later why that could be potentially bad. And I'm sorry if I've offended anybody with my pronunciation.
He's not.
Morlul is the illuminating Pokemon. It is a grass fairy type, whereas Shiinotic is also the illuminating Pokemon and is also grass fairy type. It's almost like one evolves into the other, because it does. The Pokedex entry for Morlul says it scatters spores that flicker and glow. Anyone seeing these lights falls into a deep slumber. Man, I need to...
Is it a Men in Black? I don't understand.
Oh, see, I'm sitting here thinking I need to catch one of these Pokemon and...
Oh, I'm getting a raid.
When I send my kids to bed, have it shoot them with the spores.
What is the never mind. I lost my joke. It's fine.
You lost your joke.
It probably wasn't good.
It wasn't a good joke. Yeah. So its shiny isn't getting released yet, but I was just looking at the shiny, and I think I prefer its normal colors, at least on the Morlul. Morlul, it's based off of a bioluminescent mushroom, and it is a combination. The name comes from a combination of moral, or mushroom, and lull, which is to put somebody to sleep. So that makes a whole lot of sense based on what it does. And then Shiinotic, its Pokedex entry says forests where Shiinotic live are treacherous to enter at night. People confused by its strange lights can never find their way home again. Wow, that's dark.
Welcome to the Church of the Pokemon. We'll go to the light.
Yeah. And Shiinotic may be a combination of Shiitake, Shine, and Hypnotic. You okay there, Charles?
You're pushing our ratings, man. You're pushing our ratings. That's what I'm saying.
Because I said Shiitake?
You finish this up before we get canceled already.
And so the idea with it being a fairy type is that these are a reference to fairy rings, possibly, because fairy rings are in mythology, I guess, or whatever you want to say, are a circle of mushrooms or flowers type of thing. So Devosite says, I'll pass on the hallucinogenic mushrooms, thank you.
More for me then. I don't know. Don't you want to glow? Wouldn't that be cool to have a big glowing belly? I'm just saying.
You gonna eat them live?
Well, I mean, I would assume it's the glow would continue. The glow is not their life force; it's their blood, man. Come on, drink the blood of your enemies. I don't know where I'm going with this. Can we end this show now?
You're the enemy of mushrooms.
Look, I really do like eating a lot of mushrooms. Never had the hallucinogenic ones, but the ones that they sell at Kroger, all for me.
I'm not a fan of mushrooms, so you can have at it. Have fun with your shiny mushrooms.
Oh my goodness, this show has got off the rails so fast. Email us, show at Pokemon Go Podcast, if you'd like to send some awesome clips like Devosite did. Oh, here's another one I've been waiting to play all night.
Yes, sir. I like it.
I do like it indeed, sir. So that was really cool. I love playing with it. Obviously, I've been playing with it all night. Send those to show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. And it wouldn't hurt to tag us in Discord if you're there, or I know you got to go through Patreon right there to do that. But or on Twitter or somewhere else that you can reach us at, not necessarily is behind the Patreon wall, to let us know, because we don't always see the mail come in. So we'd love to have that.
Especially me, whose email is broken right now.
Apparently. Then you got the speak pipe that we've been playing tonight. That's at PokemonGoPodcast.com. You can put in your up to 90 seconds thoughts on the show, on
Just
the
like
topics, on
Devo
everything.
Sight and Devakate did tonight.
That's right. 2 different ones. We promise. It was awesome. Reddit, where you can go like Civilian on Base did, is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Which, Civilian, I need you to help me out, say on me, tag me on Discord where we're connected, or text me or whatever, because I think he has my number. I will get you access to TikTok, so you can go ahead and get those videos flowing instead of waiting on me. We'll get that taken care of. You can go to Twitter at Pokemon Go Podcast, but that's not where I was going. I was going, where? It's not in the final notes anymore.
Error
It was
404. Charles not found.
No, I'm found. I'm right here because I have a bit to do, but I was waiting for it to come naturally in the end of show notes, and it's been deleted.
What bit you're doing?
If
they look the same to me.
If you like the family friendly content that I bring, and you want to cancel Joe,
wow,
or if you like the raucous, raunchy, blue collar, blue language comedy that Joe brings, you can vote with your wallet over at patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. You can be the filthy casual who brings the family friendly, kids love me comedy here on the show for $1 an episode. Or you can be that heathen like Joe and embrace the underscore. And you can vote with your wallet there and support him. The more people that support me, we're going to cancel Joe. The more people that support Joe, we're going to buy more raid passes. So go to patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast and join up there today. If you'd like to, he mentioned YouTube earlier. That's great. TikTok is older, but great. I am going to get Civilian that access so that you can keep the videos rolling up there for what it's for. I do apologize for all that. And a shout out to Civilian. Go to etsy.com/shop/Muirpack, MUIRPACK. Lots of awesome stickers and cool stuff there. Go find what you want on the store there. And if you don't find what you want there, I don't know if you can. I've not used Etsy. I'm assuming there's a contact the seller button, but they're open to ideas. And I'm not saying they'll do anything you want. I am saying that they create some really cool art and some really cool stickers. And maybe, if you ask nicely enough, they'll take your idea and make it into a sticker.
Speaking of ideas that we want made, you and I have been talking about getting some new show art.
Yes, sir. Bring it up. Let's talk about it.
And so if you have any ideas for our new show art, go ahead and any of those sources that Charles just listed, send it our way. Let us know. Your design might get picked. And Charles and I were talking about doing some kind of a contest with it. And if yours gets picked, you'll get a prize. We haven't determined what kind of prize. We have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
But
not limited to, and we might not go beyond it, but I will absolutely purchase you the shirt, the hoodie, or the other secret squirrel project that Joe and I have going on. That if it's your style, like it is for me, and I think he's into it as well. Your design will be put on a clothing piece of your choice and sent to you, because I think that's everybody should have something they designed that if we're going to take it and use it, you should at least have a copy of it as a thank you to you.
Yep. And so, yeah, I've shot a couple of ideas to Charles. Just because I shot them to him doesn't mean they're great. They're okay. I'm not gonna lie, but I would love to see someone who, because I'm not hyper artistic, but I would love to see some awesome ideas coming from you guys. So
yeah, and we really do mean it. We love your submissions. If we use more than one, everybody who Quotey Fingers wins, and we'll get a clothing, hat, a shirt, whatever you choose. We'll give you some choices. Whatever you choose, you'll get it printed and sent to you. Absolutely. And we'll let our Discord vote on it. And we'll actually probably we will come up with a way for you, the podcast listeners, to vote on it. Did I miss something?
Devo site,
what?
Some Pokemon Go
Devo?
podcast branded underwear.
Yeah, you and the stupid hippie EVs, man. Y'all are all trouble. All trouble. all trouble. But yeah, Joe got some good design ideas. We're gonna float it past some artist friends of ours, but we'd love to hear from you, the fans and the followers of this show. So email us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com with your submissions. Joe, when we're gonna end it? Thanksgiving? Is that enough time?
Yeah, sounds good.
Because Thanksgiving's usually a week off.
About 6-7 weeks.
Yeah. So and Thanksgiving we usually take the week off because craziness at work.
So let's just
family,
say December 1st. Let's just say December 1st.
I was going to say the first episode back after Thanksgiving week.
Okay, that works too.
You know, so there you go. You got your time to get your, and it doesn't have to be finalized.
Which happens to be December 1st, by the way.
Is it really? Oh, well, there you go, Joe. I don't have a, can we end the show already? Holy crap. But no, thank you for bringing that up. Absolutely. So, because I am super excited. My payday comes tomorrow. I'm actually going to buy my first of my things that I'm working on, because I've done one for
your
one
first
EMS.
Squirrel suit.
My first squirrel suit. Yeah. You know, we'll call it that from now on. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. What about you, Charles?
You can find me at twitter.com/rockoutofpodcasting, because I'm dumb and just read off the screen instead of tell you at rockoutofpod on Twitter and rockoutofpodcasting across social media. Facebook, you can probably private message me. Twitter, I check sometimes. I'm honestly not as good as I should be about checking Twitter, but email us, tag us. We definitely want your submissions. We definitely are excited about the next steps in the show, where it's going to be, the logo is going to be 100% ours versus using some of the stuff from the game and the fonts and whatnot. We're very excited with where we're going to go with this. So we'd love for all of you, or any of you, or just you, Barry, I don't know who, just to be a part of it. And even if it's a rough sketch and we can get it to some people who can clean it up. I mean, Joe's rough sketches were, but man, I like it. Let's throw it to some people who can maybe put some pizzazz into it. All that being said, tune in next week to hear Joe say,
once you get your squirrel suit, you'll be the rock god of Pachirisu.